A former BYU football player accused of rape is now set to stand trial this summer after it was pushed back from May.
And as high-profile college athlete cases continue to draw national attention, questions often follow about whether those cases move through the system differently than we see with others.
Ariel Harrison looks at what legal experts say really drives these cases and the consequences that can begin long before a verdict.
Legal experts tell me that in today's internet era, a sexual assault allegation made against someone like a college athlete typically starts changing lives immediately. And they say that the wait for answers can take a major toll on both the person coming forward with the allegations and the accused. College athletes can become household names overnight. But when those athletes are accused of serious crimes, the attention can shift just as fast.
Vaifo'ou was a football player.
Cases like USU football player Ismael or Izzy Kalani Vaifo'ou, who pleaded guilty to felony charges, including forcible sexual abuse. And more recently, former BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff, who was accused of rape but never charged, the civil case ultimately dismissed.
People are going to live with the accusation for the rest of their life.
Criminal defense attorney Sky Lazaro has represented athletes across the country. She says many of the cases she's seen involve sexual assault allegations.
How difficult are sex crimes to prove?
Sex crimes are difficult to prove.
Oftentimes it's one person's word against another's.
Former prosecutor Nathan Evershed spent years prosecuting special victim cases. He says unlike cases with large amounts of physical evidence, sex crime investigations can take months. And that phone records, forensic testing, sexual assault exams, and interviews all take time. But when a case involves a high-profile athlete, there can be pressure to move quickly.
What that typically means is that the defense is using a strategy of just moving things along.
Attorneys say that doesn't mean a case is getting special treatment. In many instances, they say the defense pushes for speedy hearings or trials to try and clear a client's name, especially when scholarships, NIL money, or professional dreams are on the line.
They stand to lose, potentially a very illustrious career.
I would imagine victims are also just as anxious to see it resolved.
See, and that's the thing, is that I think it should be noted that it's no easy thing for a victim to come forward. It's no easy thing to go through the court process or to be cross-examined and for those things.
For people who are victims of these crimes, that's something they have to live with probably for the rest of their life.
Lazaro says universities today also face pressure to respond faster than they once did. She says some schools suspend players immediately, others wait for charges, and some handle cases through Title IX processes separate from the courts.
I've seen them suspend players. I've seen them suspend, reinstate, resuspend players. I've seen universities take that action to remove them altogether. And I've seen them, do nothing, especially during the investigative phase.
Even if acquitted, the consequences of a case can last long after it's over.
Even if someone's acquitted, even if the case is later dismissed, there's just that stain that's there.
Both attorneys say in today's online world, accusations, court records, and headlines can follow people for years, regardless of the outcome.
It forever follows you, and as we all know, once it's on the internet, it's there forever.
Now, Lazaro says even when cases are dismissed or someone is acquitted, those online headlines still remain. She told me that she's had clients come back years later asking how to remove stories from Google as they try and move on with their lives, applying to jobs or even grad school. Now, coming up tomorrow on 2 News This Morning, I share what both attorneys I spoke with for this story had to say about that process. Ariel Harrison, KUTV 2 News.